Hello everyone, this is Mr. Big T Anderson, and this is a fanfiction reading of Color of the Wings by animefan021513. If you enjoyed the work, please check out the author's page and the fanfiction page down below. You could leave a good review, check out what the author has written. If you enjoy what I've if you enjoy what I've done, you can just leave a comment here, because why not? I love talking with y'all. Take a shot every time I'm offensive. Oy vey. But still, the point of this is to have fun and to get fanfiction out there. So, pardon me if I'm a little bit goofy at times. But this is legitimately animefan021513's. This is their fan fiction. This is a supernatural fan fiction that I'm reading today. I'm just reading it. This is a dramatic reading. That's it. So hopefully you enjoy it. There's nothing visual. I'm working on stuff, but nothing's been hammered out yet. So if you want to watch something else that you don't need audio for, that's cool. I understand. Just leave the audio up. And we will go from here. Also, before I actually need to put this in now, because I actually have to think about this. We may be doing... I have to actually think about this now. I think I'll actually just do it for future, because I haven't asked anyone of the past authors. I do have recordings, except for anyone who's asked me to delete their stories. I've had a couple who said, I don't want this story on anymore. So if anyone says, hey, why'd you delete this? There's a reason why. Anyway, I'm going to start doing podcasts with fandoms of fanfiction readings starting next month, just to kind of branch out a little further, and a couple extra things. So that's in the future. But once again, moving on. Wow, this has been long-winded. Sorry. Moving on. Here's Color of the Wings. Castiel had noticed that Dean had been staring at his back a lot lately, for a week to be exact, and when he had finally had enough, he turned around from where he was standing and slammed the book down to glare at Dean. Dean? You've been staring at my back. Why? Startled by the sudden reaction from the angel, Dean put his hands up to show that he didn't mean to agitate his friend. I was just wondering about your wings. What about them? Castiel questioned as he sat down at the nearby table. Well, I was wondering a few things, actually, but I'll only ask if you're willing to answer. Sam told me that wings are a bit of a sensitive subject for you angels. They are a sensitive subject, but no, I don't mind answering your questions. You're my best friend, Dean. What is it you'd like to know? Well, the first question is, why could I only see your shadows in the barn that day? Because if I brought them to this plane of existence, I believe it would have harmed you from a physical aspect right down to your sanity. Wow. Kind of a strict answer. Strict answer for a strict question. What's your next one? How large are they? He asked before realizing how it sounded. About 12 feet long, 4 feet tall for each wing. He answered with pride written all over his face. He loved his wings and received many compliments about them over the centuries. Oh, what's the fastest you can fly? The blink of an eye. Were you born with wings? Yes, but they come out in a similar way to a human infant growing teeth, and until they reach the full length, the height, the process is painful. How long does it take? For the other angels, about 5 centuries. For me, it took 7. Of all the other soldier angels, my wings were measured to be the largest amongst my brothers and sisters, except for Gabriel's. His wings are identical to mine in that aspect. Wait, so you suffered a pain growing in your wings for 700 years? Yes. And I thought hell was bad. No, hell is still bad, but comparison-wise it did feel like torture. Yeah, sounds like it. And your next question? What next question? He tried to give a "what are you talking about" laugh, but failed. You have a one more question. What is it? Shit. Sammy said I shouldn't ask this, but I was wondering, what color are your wings? Do they even have color? Why would you want to know something like that? Quickly catching on that Cass was willing to answer any and all, except that one, he gave a slightly judging look to his friend. Just wondering, why, did I cross some kind of line? I should really get going. The two of you really need a case to work, and I know how you get when you don't have one. He gave an obvious fake laugh while he tried to leave, but Dean quickly grabbed a hold of his arm. It was strong enough to hold him there, but didn't feel as if it was the type of force that would be used to force him to stay. Really, Cass, what's wrong? You answered all of my questions, but that one. I mean, come on, man. If I said something wrong, you have to tell me so I don't say it again, you know. With a heavy sigh and ashamed eyes, Cass sat down in the chair across from where Dean was sitting. He crossed his arms and looked at his friend. Carefully analyzing his body language after realizing that he truly wanted to know out of just pure curiosity, he decided that he'd tell him the truth bit by bit. I don't want you to know the color of my wings, he admitted. Alright. May I ask why? Yes. Alright. Why don't you want to tell me? Because of what they look like now. I don't want you to suffer the sight of them. Wait, the sight of them? That means it's been possible for me to see them, but you haven't. I've shown you the shadow, and I thought that would be enough. Apparently not. Cass, cool down, man. I wasn't asking you to show me. I just wanted to know the color. According to Gabriel, every angel has a color unique to them and only them. His was gold, honey brown, some kind of sunshine color. He explained it to Sam, who got permission to explain it to me, and it got me wondering what color yours were. I decided to ask some questions along the way, but if you don't want me to know or show me, you don't have to. Although I think it'd be pretty awesome. I had never seen any other angels wings except for your, well, unless there were scorch marks in the ground. You have to answer me. Dean, if I show you, you mustn't belittle or chastise me for their appearance. Quickly grasping how important this matter was to his friend, Dean motioned for Cass to lead the way to his own room. Once there, they got Cass to take off his trench coat, followed by the tie, and finally his shirt. Well, your vessel worked out, huh? He did, in fact. That is, until I fully inhabited his vessel, and he passed away with his soul going to heaven. So, you sure you want to do this? Do you want to know or not? Fine, yeah, do whatever you gotta do. I just want to make sure it was okay. I know it's a sensitive subject. Thank you. Now, considering the fact you couldn't hear my true voice in the very beginning, I'm gonna need your eyes closed for a bit. Yeah, I know the drill. Just let me know when, he said as he closed his eyes. Very well. After he was sure that Dean's eyes were closed, he carefully let out his wings into the uncomfortable space. Finally, Cass made his wings smaller to more adequately fit the room in proportion to his body. Then he made it to where Dean would be able to safely see them. You may open your eyes now, but remember, you made a promise to me. Dean slowly opened his eyes, and for a moment he couldn't breathe. It felt like time had frozen in the room. And hell, this was an angel, so probably. Cass. I know, they're horrible. Dean's jaw dropped, the forlorn expression on his best friend's face. He looked at the wings that were almost a pure reflection of the midnight sky. And he could see places where it looked like the Milky Way that could see sometimes just over the bunker. What are you talking about, Cass? This is much more amazing than Sam described. These are Before he could finish his sentence, Dean noticed a few of the feathers were out of place. And some had seemed to be missing. Cass, could you turn around, buddy? I want to see the back of them. Cass obeyed with hesitation. He was afraid this would happen. Dean soon understood why he could only see bits of the Milky Way. Cass, your wings, what happened? Don't get me wrong, I still think they're amazing. They're beautiful, but what happened? Cass looked down in immense shame. You don't have to be kind any longer, Dean. I know they are unsightly. Gabriel's wings held the very image of a sunrise that humans wake up with joy or irritation, but either way it's the same color that reminds them they are alive for another day. Mine used to hold the stars in the sky that humans would look up to and find joy, wonder, and beauty. As you can see, they are far from that. Cass, I think they're incredible. Please believe me, but I just want to know, what could have done that to you? Hellfire. The singular word echoed through Dean's ears, then his heart, and finally his stomach, as they all began to twist into knots of guilt everywhere. When you pulled me out, Cass nodded and wrapped himself a little in his own wings. Why? If you knew what would happen, then why? I was following orders, but I mean it when I say this. I would do it again. I've come to know you and Sam, and I see the both of you as friends, brothers. You're my best friend, and I don't want your first experience at seeing an angel's actual wings to be my wings. Cass, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Tears were threatening to fall from his eyes. I mean, damn, I messed up your wings. I mean, I still think they're amazing and beautiful. You still think so? Yeah, I really do. And if I were to explain the color, I'd say midnight sky, parts of the Milky Way, and sacrifice. Thank you, Dean. No, thank you for everything you've done for us. It means a lot, man. I would do it again. I know. But stay away from the hellfire next time. I promise. So, that was Color of the Wings. Hopefully, a nice little bit of fleshing out between the two characters. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Once again, hit the links down below if you want to read more of the author's work. Leave a good review on the story. Have a good one, everyone. Ta-ta for now.